Making my vital signs drop, my battle lines going to war again. Feeling the rhythm inside of my chest, all I need is just a pen. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this.
He throws it straight away. Chicago's got it. Oh, no!
I was born for this. I believe we can restore it. I believe
Offensive team. Rondo again. Rajon Rondo, 8 of 10 assists. The Lakers 127 away from the NBA season. The respect from those two. And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to...
What?
What do you mean? Lakers did a nice job.
Lakers sucks. How could they win?
Lakers sucks. How could they win? What do you mean? Lakers did a nice job. Lakers sucks. Lakers sucks. Lakers sucks. How could they win?
Are you also a basketball fan? What team are you cheering for? Do you know that shooting a ball in a basketball is an example of projectile motion? But first, what is projectile motion?
A projectile motion is a motion wherein an object experiences moving horizontally at the same time vertically.
yeah, I made a habit out of looking on the bright side. My phone is dead every time I need a lifeline.
In the game basketball, when players shoot the ball to the ring, the ball at an angle will follow a parabolic path during its flight before it reaches the ground. The path the ball traveled is called trajectory, while the ball or the object thrown is called the projectile.
What?
Anyway, let's see the movement of the ball by its first velocity, which we can get by finding the initial velocity in the x and y direction. Which means that the ball is moving upward and moving to the right. In the process, the velocity of the ball in x-axis is constant or the same as the value of Vix, while the velocity in y-axis is approaching to 0. And when it reaches to 0, the ball is in its maximum height from the ground. Continuing its path, the ball experiences moving downward to the right. This time, the velocity in the x is still constant, while the velocity in y direction is approaching the same value of Viy. Then, when the ball reaches the ground, the velocity will be 0.
Note that the horizontal and vertical motion is independent of each other. By then, we can use the formula Vt is equals to Vi plus At as the x direction and y direction. To solve for the initial velocity at horizontal without acceleration in time, we can use the formula Vxi is equals to Vxi cos theta and Vyi is equals to Vyi sin theta for the initial velocity at vertical.
Then, there is also the range, which is the displacement of the horizontal direction, which can be solved by using the formula r equals initial velocity by time. But what about air resistance, which is also present because the ball is traveling through the air? What should we do?
To solve for the air resistance, we will use the formula Vy is equals to Vyi minus Gt.
How about the time, the maximum height?
We will get the time using the formula 2Tm equals 2 open parenthesis, final velocity, sine theta 0 over g, close parenthesis, and the maximum height using the formula hm equals open parenthesis, final velocity, sine theta 0, close parenthesis, 2 over 2g.
With the right angle, force, distance, or with the help of projectile motion, to successfully shoot a ball is not a problem.